What's happening, everyone? Nick here from TVBox Top, and welcome back to another live TV and video on demand Android TV Box review. Today's model is from Monsterbox and is called the X2 Pro. We have not seen Monsterbox release a new model in some time, so I'm eager to see what this new model has to offer. So my full review is up next. Stay tuned. So welcome back. In the box, you have your usual TV box contents, which includes the new X2 Pro model, one Bluetooth voice remote, one HDMI cable, a 5V 2A DC power adapter, and your user manual. So the design of this model features an attractive all-plastic shell with dual Wi-Fi 6 antennas to its rear. For connecting peripherals, you have one HDMI 2.1 port, one Ethernet LAN port, one optical audio, one AV port, an IR extender port, and a DC input jack. For connecting external storage, it comes with two USB 2.0 ports and a microSD card reader. You also have its reset button located here. It features an LED display at the front, and to its base has rubber feet with ventilation holes. So when you start the box for the first time, you have to pair the Bluetooth remote, which is done by pressing and holding the home button and the volume down button until the LED starts flashing, and the box will automatically pair to it. This is followed by a first startup wizard, then you're taken to the launcher. So this launcher is called the Grape Launcher, and if I head over to its settings area under its About section, it shows that it was built using Android 12 tvOS. Here is its current firmware build information. However, you do not have access to developer options, so take note of that. So when you connect to the internet, you are presented with the option to download and install their live TV and video on-demand apps. These apps provide thousands of live TV channels, video on-demand movies, and TV series. However, I cannot demonstrate these apps on YouTube due to their guidelines. So if you would like to see their channel lineup or movies and TV series categories, you can view them on my TVBox Top Odyssey channel. Just go to odyssey.com, search for TVBox Top, and once you found my channel, search for the Monsterbox X2 Pro Live TV and VOD lineup. Once you are done viewing, click the link in the description of the Odyssey video to return to YouTube, where you can resume watching the rest of this video. Welcome back. So I hope you went and looked at the short video on my Odyssey channel, because you can clearly see that it has the same interface and performance of the vSeeBox model. So I highly recommend the X2 Pro as a model to purchase that will give you the same performance as the vSeeBox model. So if you are interested, I placed a link in the description where you can get it at a reduced price with the included coupon. So again, see that link in the description. So let's take a look at its firmware features. For display, you get up to 4K 60Hz resolution. It has HDR display with auto HDR feature. It has up to 10-bit color depth. Its built-in screen rotation feature does not work. And for supported video formats, it only supports HDR10. It shows that it supports HLG, but it's not working. It has auto frame rate switching, HDMI CEC options, audio output via HDMI and optical audio, HDMI pass-through option, and for built-in surround sound audio decoders, it does not support any of the digital formats. You have to rely on audio pass-through. So those are its firmware features. And now for a look at its system and hardware information. So the chipset is all winner, and it runs on 4GB of DDR4 RAM and 32GB of internal storage with Bluetooth 5.0. Its CPU is the all-winner H313/H616, a quad-core Cortex A53 processor clocked at 1.5 GHz, configured in 32-bit mode. Its display is powered by the Mali G31 processor with OpenGLES version 3.2. Its network adapter supports Wi-Fi 6 AX technology with dual-band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Its Android version is Android TV OS version 12, and the firmware is not rooted. Its GPU has Vulkan support, API version 1.1. Its temperature sensor has been disabled. And for decoders, it shows that it has surround sound audio decoders such as Dolby Atmos EAC3 and DTS HD, even though in the settings area it shows that it's not supported. I will have to test for these in just a moment. It also shows that it does not have any AV1 or Dolby Vision decoders. It does, however, have 4K HDR decoders such as H.264, HEVC, and VP9 decoding. And that's its system and hardware info. For digital rights management, its DRM information shows that it does not have any Google Widevine lever. This means that Netflix and other subscription movie services will be restricted to 480p resolution, even if you have an HD or 4K account. And for root access, the Root Checker app confirms that the firmware is not rooted. With its Bluetooth voice remote, you have voice search and voice commands using the Google Assistant feature, which is the most powerful country in the world.
United States. According to Times of India, United States. In 2025, the United States remains the most powerful country in the world.
It comes with the official version of Miracast, but unfortunately it does not work, so the alternative is to use the AirScreen app instead. Here I'm casting my Android cell phone in 1080p resolution. This is done by connecting the AirScreen app to Google Assistant via the Google Home app. For watching YouTube videos directly on the box, you get up to 2K 1440p resolution only without HDR. You don't get 4K. Let's now have a look at its 4K video playback. As mentioned, it does not support HLG, AV1, Dolby Vision, or HDR10+. You can only get HDR10. So this is an HDR10 video and it plays without issues. This is an AV1 video and it fails to play. This is a Dolby Vision video without surround sound audio and it plays as HDR10. This is a Dolby Vision video with Dolby Atmos and the video plays with no audio. This is an HDR10 Plus video and it also plays without audio. And this is an official HLG video, but it only triggers HDR10. For surround sound audio, from my extensive testing, I can confirm that it cannot process any surround sound audio formats via any media player with audio pass-through enabled or disabled. Even if you manually enable surround sound audio options under advanced song settings, it only produces PCM.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With
For Android gaming, its GPU comes with Vulkan support. However, its CPU is clocked at 1.5 GHz and the Google Play Store is also limited to what games you can play. Not to mention, they have disabled the temperature sensor, so be very cautious about overheating if you intend to play Android games. Here I connected my Bluetooth gamepad and I'm playing one of the available games from the Play Store called Dead Effect 2. Now, a look at some benchmarks and where it ranks on my chart. First, the results of its RAM and internal storage. It has a RAM copy speed of 2850 MB per second. Its internal storage has a read speed of 113 MB per second and a write speed of 54 MB per second. Next, the results of its Wi-Fi and Ethernet LAN speed tests. So I'm happy to report that this box has one of the best Wi-Fi and Ethernet LAN speeds adapter. Based on my internet speed of 315 Mbps, its 5 GHz band achieved the maximum speed of my network, averaging around 310 megabits per second. Its 2.4 GHz band really surprised me with one of the highest speeds recorded on the 2.4 GHz band of 212 Mbps. And its LAN port is a gigabit LAN port and it achieved the maximum speed at around 310 megabits per second. In benchmarking its CPU for single-core and multi-core performance, the Geekbench 5 CPU benchmark produced a score of 96 single-core and 260 multi-core. In benchmarking its GPU performance with Vulkan support, the 3DMark Wildlife test produced a score of 125 with an average FPS of 0.80. And in the Antutu benchmark version 8, it got a score of 68,467. So those are its benchmarks. Let's now see where it ranks on my chart. So I've entered the scores on my rankings chart and the new Monsterbox X2 Pro is at position 128 based on its Antutu benchmark score. It received a 3 out of 5 star rating and I placed its coupon and purchase link here if you are interested. So to compare its benchmarks to other boxes in this list, you can do so using the link in the description below. In summary, this latest model from Monsterbox has the same performance as the vSeeBox models, which makes it a very good live streaming and video on demand model. The hardware, of course, is all winner and you should not expect much from it in terms of high performance, but that's not the primary selling point of this box. So if you're looking to compare hardware performance with the price you're paying for this model, you are missing the point. The high price is for the streaming service and that's about it. In this model, the service is best in the industry and it's right up there with the vSeeBox models. So that's a wrap for this video. So if you would like to purchase this model, I highly recommend it for its live TV and video on demand service. I placed a link along with a $50 coupon in the description, so take advantage while stocks last. So if you enjoyed the content presented in this video, then give the video the thumbs up. If you feel otherwise and the video was a waste of your time, then I still appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. However, if you would like to tune in each time I release a new video, then I urge you to click the subscribe button and the notifications bell. This way you will receive notifications as soon as I launch a new video. So once again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for half-price deals, insider information, and when I decide to do a giveaway. Stay connected and see you in the next one.